What is up, guys? It is your boy NCSO7 here, and welcome to another discussion video. Now, I would say lately, but it has been kind of a bit of time since Nintendo released EarthBound and EarthBound Beginnings on the Nintendo Switch Online, and it's so good for us Mother fans because, I mean, these games don't get re-released too much. And getting the original copies is like really hard, especially if EarthBound. I mean, EarthBound Beginnings never even really released, at least not on the NES. But it's so cool to have these games finally. And while yes, we don't have Mother 3 yet, but I'm gonna make a video talking about that game in the future. So do be on the lookout for that. But today, I kind of want to talk about an idea I've had for a game for quite a while, and that is an EarthBound remake. Now, if you've been aware of the Mother series, you don't know that there's only 3 games and that's it. Nintendo really hasn't done a lot with the series. Itoy doesn't really want to do too much with the series, it seems. I mean, he's mentioned before that a Mother 4 is never going to happen. I mean, if you knew about Mother 3's development cycle, they more than likely don't want to go through that kind of trouble, like hardship again. Especially when, like, EarthBound kind of underperformed in the West. But even so, though, it's still cool to see these games get, like, ported to the newer systems. And I do think that it's very likely that even if Nintendo doesn't necessarily ever do much, if anything at all with the series, even if they don't necessarily localize Mother 3, we will still see EarthBound Beginnings and EarthBound get ported to multiple consoles for multiple future Nintendo consoles forever because people really love these games, including myself. And one of the big things that I was honestly hoping for in the latest Nintendo Direct was for an EarthBound remake, because if they're not going to make any new Mother games, god damn it, I want to see some remakes. And I have a couple of reasons why. And specifically of EarthBound in particular, because, like, you could make a remake of, like, Mother 1, and, I mean, you could fix the game up, but I think EarthBound would be better, because Mother 1 is kind of more of it's kind of more of a precursor EarthBound. Like, it's the same sort of thing, but it's not as good as, I would say, EarthBound in terms of, like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. But even so, I think I would love to see an EarthBound remake because, number one, I want to see this series really get relaunched. Like, seriously, just imagine if Nintendo's like, you know what? We're going to release a brand new EarthBound game. But, well, actually, it's not necessarily brand new, but a remake of a game. And because, like, keep in mind, so many people love EarthBound. And even despite the fact that EarthBound is amazingly written, has really good gameplay, really cool enemies that you fight, well-written dialogue and whatnot, it does have some issues. When your characters die, it can be really annoying to really revive them. And there are, like, some design aspects that don't live up the best. I mean, that is to be expected. This is an older game. And honestly, I just kind of like to see that sort of stuff kind of get, I don't know, fixed or touched up a bit in a remake. And also, one thing I would love to see in a remake is see the series finally get in 3D. And I always think that the best way they could handle it is, like, they could literally remake this game, like, grid by grid. Like, since, like, Mother and EarthBound, like, EarthBound was kind of made with, like, a grid-based system, like, it was a fully 3D, they could, like, remake it kind of the same way that the Pokemon remakes were and Link's Awakening. Dude, I know I'm jumping around a lot, but seriously, imagine if they remade EarthBound in the same style as that of Link's Awakening. I mean, it would actually work quite well, too, considering in the EarthBound Player's Guide and, like, the art for the game, the characters are normally, like, made out of, like, clay, as well as, like, the enemies and whatnot. So, what if they went for more of, like, a clay-like feel and kind of designed the game's, like, style around that? I think it'd be really cool because it would make a lot of sense and it'd be a nice callback to the artwork for the game. So, I think the game could look absolutely amazing in 3D. It would be really breathtaking. Though, even then, they could still do the 2D style treatment. They could kind of make it like Octopath Traveler or even like Paper Mario or something like that. But I think that approach is a lot less likely, in my opinion. And honestly, I wouldn't want to see that. I'd want to see something more akin to Link's Awakening in terms of a remake. But I would love to see that. And another reason why I would love to see an EarthBound remake happen is simply because of the fact that it'll give us EarthBound fans a chance to really get something out there. Like, seriously. Mother has not seen a lot of releases. Like, seriously. The last time we really saw anything get released in terms of EarthBound whatever was on the Wii U Virtual Console. And, a lot of people bought it, but Nintendo still, from what it seems, doesn't really have a lot of faith in the series. I mean, that's why we're not getting a lot of releases. There's not a lot of faith. And if they really made EarthBound and kind of remade it to test the waters, to kind of see how well it would sell, I'm sure the game would at least sell 1 million copies. There is definitely enough EarthBound fans out there that would love to play the game and love to purchase it. I'm sure it could sell 1 million copies and could even potentially get remakes of the other games, like Mother 1, like I mentioned before, and maybe even Mother 3. And honestly, imagine Mother 3 being remade in the same way that, in the way that it was originally meant to be on the N64. That probably will never happen, though, so I wouldn't get your hopes up on that. And honestly, even EarthBound being remade is not very likely either, because, like I mentioned before, Nintendo doesn't really seem that capable or confident in re-releasing these games. We're honestly lucky to even have EarthBound Beginnings on the Switch in the first place. And even though that is really cool, goddamn, dude, I would love to see a remake. Just seeing a remake of this game, I don't even care if it's $60, I would still buy it. And I'm sure a lot of people would still buy it, because EarthBound is just such a unique game. It is one of the best RPGs ever made. And that's why I would love to see it get remade. But will it ever happen? Well, only time will tell, but my answer is leaning on a no. Hate to be pessimistic like that, but I don't know. But honestly, maybe it could happen someday. Maybe Itoy will get that motivation to do it. I have no idea. But all we can do is really wait. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you would like to see in an EarthBound remake, and if you think that it'd be a good idea for Nintendo. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button and liking the video to let me know that you enjoyed it. And again, like I mentioned before, I will be doing a video on Mother 3's localization and what I kind of think of that, and a couple other things as well. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.